flags raised here, and they're off and racing, and they all got away to a pretty good line. High Class Hero is one of the first to show. Fine Lord is prominent, the real whacker towards the outside as they thunder down towards the first. Am I Right, Lecky Watson, Beauport towards the outside. Fine Lord as Am Maximus goes up the inside with K de Bourbon. Leave the ground for the first time, Mark Johnson.
Am I Right just touched down in front as they went over the first of the 30 fences, and at the back of the field Grange Clare West has unseated Patrick Mullins. Grange Clare West is down at the first. On then towards fence number 2, High Class Hero, Twig and Am I Right with the first 3 over it, and we've lost one of the Jigging Stout runners at that fence, and that was K de Bourbon has gone. K de Bourbon is down, and now they go towards the open ditch, which is the third. Am I Right led Twig over it, and then High Class Hero, and down there is the mare. Panic Attack has gone. Panic Attack is down at fence number 3. At the moment, at the back of the field is Fire Fox, who's already been ridden along as they go over the fourth, and over now to Stuart Machin.
And it's Am I Right in the centre in the yellow, to Final Orders in the dark blue, High Class Hero on top of the bill, and Twig in the cheap pieces. Beauport in the pearl blue is racing out wide with Mr. Van Gogh. Lecky Watson in the red and white is just in behind him. Iroko in a nosebound is in midfield. The grey marble sands is right at the back of the field with Firefox. Champ Kylie is fairly well back at this stage with Gorgeous Tom and Haiti Kalur as they make their way on towards Beechers. Well grouped as they come down to it. Twig in the centre to High Class Hero, Am I Right in the yellow. They were the leading 3 on landing, and Mr. Van Gogh is down at Beechers. Mr. Van Gogh has come down at Beechers. Am I Right, High Class Hero and Twig lead them as they make their way towards the canal turn. They land just in advance of the pursuers. Monty Star in the maroon is making a bit of headway on the inside. Jerry Colombo's unseated when in midfield. Am I Right leading at the canal turn to High Class Hero and Twig at top of the bill, and Monty Star and Imperial Saint and Final Orders, and then Iroko, Lecky Watson and Am Maximus, followed over by Jaguar. Towards the back of the field, Firefox, the real whacker, and Jordan's with Captain Cody and Percival Lagalwa as they go out of Valentine's. We rejoin Mark.
And it's still Am I Right who has the lead, to top of the bill, moving through on the inside now to share second, with Twig towards the outside, and then High Class Hero. Then towards the inside is Imperial Saint as they go over this next plain fence. They're then being followed by, on the outside, Lecky Watson. He's racing alongside Final Orders, and now they face up to another of the open ditches. It's Am I Right and Philip Enright who still have the lead, to top of the bill on the inside. Not much between them as they got over that open ditch, all safely over, although at the back of the field the real whacker almost clambered over it. He's struggling badly, and so too is Jordan's, who has been ridden along, and they go now towards the final fence taken before the Melling Road crossing, and all the leaders jumped that one well. Again, Jordan's was slow at the back of the field, and so too was the real whacker, and now as they go over the Melling Road, it is Am I Right who's got the lead. Over top of the bill, who races in second, and then in third position as they rejoin the race course is High Class Hero, and we now rejoin Richard Hoyles.
So Am I Right it is, who's cutting out the running. Twig in the beige jacket, top of the bill, then behind these High Class Hero, Final Orders and Lecky Watson. First the McManus horses, Johnnywho in the blue cap, on the outside of Iroko in the noseband. Jaguar has held his position in the cheek pieces, no problem, with Monty's Star. In mid-division, then we have Am Maximus just ahead of Stellar Story, Favre de Champs and Spanish Harlem's in that group as well with Beauport. And then behind these we have Answer to Cape, who's ahead of Haiti Kalur, who's 2 back from mid. The real whacker is going to be pulled up before taking the next. So the real whacker pulled up before the 13th as Am I Right led them over as they now continue their run down to up the home straight, heading towards the chair, which is the fence after this. It is Am I Right who leads the national from top of the bill, Twig, Imperial Saint, and on the outside High Class Hero. Then behind these we have Iroko with Jaguar. Am Maximus, not great there actually on the inside of Monty Star, then Beauport. Johnnywho sits in midfield with Spanish Harlem. Captain Cody towards the outside, Stellar Story. Towards the inner is Champ Kylie. Then Gorgeous Tom still going, so is Percival Lagalwa, but he's towards the back, as is Jordan's, and Firefox as the leaders reach the chair. Bad mistake by High Class Hero. Spanish Harlem, Banbridge is gone. Banbridge unseated the rider, and Oscar's brother is also gone. So Oscar's brother and Banbridge are out at the chair as Am I Right on top of the bill leads them towards the water jump. Imperial Saint, then Monty's Star as they stream over that. Twig, High Class Hero. Jaguar well placed with Am Maximus, Favre de Champs in about 8th or 9th with Johnnywho as they turn away. Beauport towards the outside, then Gorgeous Tom, Firefox, 3-card Bragg. Jordan's comes next with Answer to Cape, Captain Captain Cody. Lecky Watson still there, but has lost positions. Then Spanish Harlem, Marble Sands and Percival Le Gellois is the last of those runners who are heading out on this final circuit. So out in the lead, it is still Am I Right, who's shown up well the whole way, with Twig, then High Class Hero, Final Orders, Beauport the outside, top of the bill Imperial Saint, Am Maximus, right up the inside as we rejoin Mark.
It looks as though there's still about 25 of them setting out on their final circuit. They're all over the first fence for the second time and on now towards the next, with still Am I Right and Imperial Saint in between them, top of the bill, and right through on the inside Am Maximus going the shortest way as a loose horse wanders right across in front of them. Am I Right was hampered by that loose horse, and we've got lost one at the back of the field, and that was the grey Marble Saint. Marble Sands has gone on now towards the open ditch. Am I Right will lead to top of the bill over in second, and down there Beauport has gone. Also down is Stellar Story, and also down there was Jaguar. So three have gone at that open ditch. They go over the next. Am I Right makes a mistake, and it's top of the bill who has now gone on, and now back to Stewart.
So they're heading on towards fence 21, the fence before Beeches. Top of the bill with the red cap. Am I Right in the yellow in the centre. High Class Hero in the red. Imperial Saint in a gold jacket on the near side. They're just about the leading four to touchdown. It was the loose horse who fell there. He's quickly back on his feet, but he did hamper one or two of them, including 3-Card Bragg. Heading down towards Beeches for the second time. Top of the bill, Imperial Saint, Am I Right, High Class Hero. Iroko in the noseband is just in behind her with Monty Star. And then Favorita Chandu towards the inner. Am Maximus landed steeply back in midfield. The white cap ahead of Champ Kylie. Moving on towards Foynaven. Fence 23 taken to it by top of the bill and Imperial Saint and High Class Hero Monty Star and Favorita Chandu. And then just in behind Am I Right, his final orders to Iroko. Johnnywho with the blue cap alongside Am Maximus, and then 3-Card Bragg followed by Jordans as they come to the canal turn. Haiti Calais and Champ Kylie are going to be the next ones over. The mistake there from Am Maximus. Firefox is still going towards the rear with Twig and Percival Le Gellois and Lecky Watson, and Spanish Harlem is last of all. Captain Cody's making a little headway. Out over Valentine's they go. We rejoin Mark.
A mistake there by top of the bill, and it's now handed the lead to Imperial Saint to the hands of Callum Pritchard, with Monty Star moving up on the inside quite wide is High Class Hero as they go over that next plain fence, and that was the fifth from home. So it is top of the bill with Monty Star on the inside with Imperial Saint. Those are now the first three. Iroko is just in behind them, travelling well. Jordans is also making very good ground towards the wide outside as they bunch up, and they've gone over the final open ditch and on now towards the last fence on this section of the course. Jordans has got the lead. Percival Le Gellois has gone in the country, and they go over the third from home, and it is now through on the inside that 3-Card Bragg has come through to challenge Jordans, who's out wide. So Jordans and 3-Card Bragg, they are now the first two, with Monty Star at top of the bill, and they're then being followed by High Class Hero as they now go over the Melling Road, and now the finish of the Randox Grand National with Richard Hoyle.
Captain Cody was another who fell a couple of fences ago as Jordans leads the national field. 3-Card Bragg, Monty Star coming out after the leader who's kicked for home here. Jordans making the best of the way home under Ben Jones, leads by half a dozen lengths, and he's trying to steal this. Monty Star, High Class Hero. Then behind these in fourth place is Johnnywho, Iroko, Am Maximus, 3-Card Bragg, Champ Kylie, Final Orders as the leader heads towards the second last. It is Jordans out clear by half a dozen lengths. In second place is High Class Hero for James Bowen. Johnnywho moves into third. Am Maximus is staying on amongst horses with the white cap as they head down towards the last in the national. It is Jordans who's over. High Class Hero mistake in second. Johnnywho and Am Maximus as they set off up the running towards the elbow. Jordans dash for glory still leads by 4 lengths. Johnnywho hampered by the loose horse. High Class Hero, Am Maximus continues to stay on. They've reached the elbow, and Jordan is getting tired as Am Maximus throws down the challenge for Paul Townend. Am Maximus coming to Jordans on the run to the line. It is Am Maximus in front again in the national, flashing home late is Iroko, but at the line Am Maximus regains the national. The first since Red Rum. Iroko, Jordans, Johnnywho, 3 of the first 4 for JP McManus. Maximus. Behind these high-class hero, Favre de Champdou, Final Orders, Chad Kiley, 3-card Braggart, to the Cape Monted Star, Imperial St. Gorgeous Tom, Haiti Couleur, Twig, and Firefox ease down on the run-in. Not without jumping blemishes. I Am Maximus, what a warrior he is. He was second last year, he won it 2 years ago. In second place was Iroko, who finished with a flourish. Jordan's went for home, maybe early enough in third. Johnnywho wasn't helped by loose horses in fourth. There are extra places, so we'll try and fill those in for you. High Class Hero went in pursuit of the leader, is fifth. Favre de Champdou across the line in sixth place, and they were clear of the others